This is your home for the Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live.
Alford's going to hand it off to Cody Buck up the middle, lowers the shoulder into the end zone.
Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors. 48 years of Hayden tradition and excellence. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com.
Bergen going to set up Padgett nicely. Gar with his third rebound, kicks it to Talon Torres. Now Ryder and I going to try a mid-range jump shot, and that's good. Bailey Smith open it in the corner for three, up and in. Bergen will open the floor, he'll swing it out right side, looking for the corner in the end zone, and he will make it another Bulldog touchdown.
It's time for the Bulldogs on your home for Baldwin High School Athletics. Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to Ottawa, Kansas, the site of tonight's Week 2 high school football matchup between the 0-1 Baldwin Bulldogs and the 1-0 Ottawa Cyclones. Hi, everyone. My name is Ryan Hilmer. Excited to be with you for some more Bulldog football. I'm pleased to be joined once again by Jackson Blakely. Tonight, the Bulldogs will try to right the ship and get in the win column after dropping a tough opener on the road down in Iola last week. 23-20 was the final score. Ottawa, on the other hand, started off their year on the right foot as they went to Atchison, and they beat the Phoenix 24-14 last Friday night. Glad you can be with us tonight as we welcome you in now to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Last week in Iola, Baldwin was able to move the ball pretty consistently on offense, but had far too many mistakes with 4 turnovers, including 2 interceptions and 2 lost fumbles, one coming on a kick return and one a bad shotgun snap when the Bulldogs were down near the goal line about to score. Penalties were also an issue, with an interception being called back due to defensive holding. Bryce Alford did play pretty well at quarterback with 2 total touchdowns, one through the air and one on the ground, but Baldwin were not able to really establish Creighton Frost in the running game as much as they would have liked, and we'll see if they can get that going here tonight. Defensively, Baldwin was pretty stout, forcing 6 punts on the night, but they did allow a few big plays that hurt them and were hurt a lot on the jet sweep actions, those outside run plays. So we'll see if they can get that corrected tonight. All of Iola's touchdown drives also started in plus territory, so field position going to be a big part of the keys here tonight in Ottawa. We're just getting started here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at the hometown Ottawa Cyclones, and we'll also bring in our buddy Jackson here and get his thoughts on what transpired both last Friday night as well as what he's expecting here in our Week 2 matchup coming up here tonight in Ottawa. You're watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show on Baldwin Sports Live. We'll be back with more after this.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Oh, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here to Ottawa, Kansas, the side of our Week 2 matchup, Bulldogs at Cyclones this week. The pregame show is brought to you by Baldwin State Bank, personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business, money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For 132 years, they've helped serve our community. So go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. It's time now to take a closer look at our hosts tonight, the Ottawa Cyclones, who are 1-0 after going to Atchison last week, and they beat the Phoenix 24-14. They had 376 total yards and were pretty balanced, 207 of those on the ground and 169 through the air. They did have 4 turnovers, though, just like Baldwin, and they're going to be looking to clean that up here tonight. I don't know a whole lot about them this year. No film, no stats online, but other than some of the guys they have coming back from last season, last couple of years, had a good returning team. They're predominantly a spread offense. They'll utilize a couple of running backs and 3 receivers most of the time, and they'll at times play with an extra wing or a tight end as mainly a blocker. They will play a 3-4 defense most of the time on the other side, and they're coming off giving up 14 points on the road in a win in which they allowed over 300 total yards, but they did force the 4 turnovers to counter the 4 turnovers that they gave up themselves. Cyclones beat Baldwin 30-0 in this matchup last year, and they have now won 5 straight matchups. They are replacing their starting quarterback from last year and 3 of their 5 starting offensive linemen, but they do return most of their skill position players. Among the guys they lost from last season, 2 of them were all-league players on offense and 3 were on the defensive side, and they also had an all-league kicker last year that they lost. But Ottawa does, however, return 4 offensive all-leaguers and 5 defensively, so definitely a good team coming back here. Nate Sims is going to be a guy to keep an eye on, number 4, a junior. He was also named a second-team all-league kick returner as well. So I'll go ahead and bring in my broadcast partner here, our good buddy Jackson Blakely. He's joining us here this fall, and I should first apologize really for last week in our broadcast down in Iola. We dealt with just really, really bad internet, honestly, when we got down there, and didn't really have the capabilities to stream like we would normally like to. So we're glad if you tuned in. Unfortunately, it wasn't that great a quality. We should have a much better quality here tonight. But Jackson, maybe if you want to just recap what you thought of last week's action and go on into what you are expecting here tonight, either or, both, whatever you want to do. What do you got?
Well, I think this week's success will come exactly where it came from last week. If you look at last week, our defense was pretty stout. We did give up 23 points, but if you look at all the possessions that Iola did score on, they were started in plus territory. Obviously, this Baldwin defense has shown that they can stop a lot of good teams, so a lot of that has to come down to offense, preventing turnovers. With how good this defense is, if you can limit how many times Ottawa is going to get the football, you know, the little things like that help during a game, and any way to sway the favor in our direction, that's an easy way to do it. Limiting turnovers defensively, going back to defense, D-line has to get through on the pass pressure, I think would be a good part of this. This is a really good athletic Ottawa team. Offensively, outside of the turnovers, the little mental mistakes, a lot of penalties on both sides of the ball. Like you mentioned, Tucker Flory had an interception that was overturned because of a holding. But established the run early. Creighton Frost started last week, had 7 attempts on 13 carries. Definitely for especially how this Baldwin team was able to succeed last year, being able to establish the run early will be a big part in staying in this football game.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, that's something that Baldwin, last couple of years, they've really had an identity of running the ball and running the ball early. And like you kind of mentioned, they're controlling the clock and kind of shortening the game a little bit, giving Ottawa a couple less possessions might come in handy here tonight. But, it'd be interesting to see. We'll see what they come out, if they come out throwing the ball a little bit more like they did last week, or if they try to establish the run. Ottawa's got a pretty stout defense coming back, as I chronicled a little bit there earlier. But, yeah, we're going to be interested to see the mix of plays offensively for Baldwin here tonight. So we'll go ahead and break again. When we come back, we will take a look at some of our keys to the games, tonight's game, and maybe look at some of the other area matchups going on. Got a lot of Week 2 football action going on here. You are watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show on Baldwin Sports Live.
Oh, shit.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Welcome back here to Ottawa, Kansas. This is the Baldwin State Bank pregame show, getting you set for the Bulldogs taking on the Cyclones. Baldwin coming in at 0-1, Ottawa at 1-0. I mentioned Ottawa has won 5 straight games in this matchup, including a 30-0 shutout last year. 21st straight year these two teams have played, though. Baldwin does lead the series 11-9 since 2004, and those 21 straight years, or 20 straight years before this, I should say. Go ahead and pop up our upcoming broadcast schedule, get that out of the way here. Like I mentioned last week a little bit, I know it was a choppy stream, but just football here in September. Come October, we'll have a couple of soccer games for you and a couple volleyball games as well. But got, 5 straight home games coming up, I believe. 4 straight home games for Baldwin. Burlington comes to town next week, and then Wellsville on the 27th, and then Silver Lake and Santa Fe Trail follow them. Interesting note about that, senior night going to be October 11th against Santa Fe Trail at the last home game. That's pretty early for senior night, but Baldwin closing out the year with 2 road games at Bishop Ward and at Osawatomie. So that's what's coming up here on the channel. Let's go ahead and look at some of our keys to the game tonight as I'll bring you back in here, Jackson. I know we touched on maybe some of these in the open, but number one after last week has got to be take care of the football. Had those 4 big turnovers last week and a couple that really killed the Bulldogs when they were down on like the 1 yard line close to the goal line, about ready to punch it in, and a bad shotgun snap was at the feet of Alford, and they turned it over there and then also turned it over once on that kick return. So add a couple of interceptions in, and Baldwin just really wasn't able to take care of the ball. Number 2, I'll let you touch on all these when we're done here. Number 2, know where number 4 is at. That's going to be Nate Sims. He is a junior for Ottawa. He's had a couple of really nice years already in his career. He's honorable mention all-league defensive back and a second-team all-league kick returner. So special teams-wise, you're going to have to be really careful kicking the ball to number 4. And then the third one there I had is win the field position battle, because I mentioned Iola. Their 3 touchdown drives from last week either started at the 50-yard line or in Baldwin territory. So if Baldwin, and on the flip side, Baldwin had a lot of long fields to navigate. But so if they can turn that around here tonight, I think they should have a pretty good shot. What are your thoughts on some of the keys to tonight's game, Jackson?
Well, I think the most important one is that last one, win field position. I think winning on the important downs, winning on first downs, and being able to get to the third and manageable makes it way easier to manage the game. And longer possessions, your defense is going to be your best friend by the end of the game if you're able to extend possessions, maybe not score out of all of them, but give your defense a rest with how good they can be.
Yeah, 100%. Take care of the ball. Know where Sims is at. Win the field position. Those are keys to tonight's game. And you could probably also throw in there, control the clock a little bit, like Jackson just said. Have some nice long drives, and that'll sure help here tonight as Baldwin trying to get their first win of the year. Let's take a look at some of the other area games going on around here. Iola, who we just saw last week, they are visiting Wellsville this week. We'll keep an eye on that. Burlington coming to town next week. They are at Osawatomie. Lewisburg at Paola should be a pretty good one. Spring Hill at Tonganoxie is going to be a great one. That should be on our Tonganoxie Sports Live and Spring Hill Sports Live channels. If you want to check that out. And then on Eudora Sports Live, they are hosting Bonner Springs here tonight. So that is some of the area games going on. We're going to pause here for the national anthem, and we'll be back with more on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show after this.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. The Bulldogs.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-thru lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here in Ottawa. We are about 10 minutes away from the kickoff here in week 2 of the high school football season. The Bulldogs in town to take on the Ottawa Cyclones. We'll bring you the starting lineups now. I'll go ahead and pop that up. I'm about 90% sure on the starters for Ottawa. I don't know exactly all of them, but at least for Baldwin, I'll pop these up right here. You can see them on your screen. Quarterback, sophomore, 5'11", 160 pounds, Bryce Alford. At running back, a 5'10", 205-pound sophomore, Creighton Frost. And the receivers, a 6', 165-pound senior. He was honorable mention all-league last year at receiver, Ryder Nye. Also, number 4, a 5'9", 145-pound junior, Ethan Williams, you're going to see out there. And a guy who really had a coming-out party, number 32, Jackson Rude, a 5'11", 165-pound junior. Had 4 catches for 82 yards last week in Iola. Really played well. The tight end, number 84, 6'1", 230-pound junior, Brendan O'Connor. And on the line, left to right, Jake Stavanis, a 6'3", 295-pound junior. Number 54, Hank Beard, a 5'10", 210-pound senior. Number 53 at center, Jace Hout, a 6'3", 225-pound senior. And on the right side of the line, number 52, Jake Van Horn, a 6'4", 250-pound senior. That's Jake Van Horn. Number 55, Brett Davidson, a 6'4", 250-pound senior. He was second team all-league on the offensive line last year. And then you see defensively, you got Jake Van Horn, Brett Davidson, and Hank Beard on the D-line. An outside linebacker who played pretty well, but did fumble that kick return. Unfortunately, is number 20. He's just a freshman, Dylan Van Horn. Did play pretty well. A 6'2", 180-pound freshman. Had 4 tackles against Iola. The inside backers are Creighton Frost and Brendan O'Connor. Frost led the team with 11 tackles last week, and Brendan O'Connor had the third most with 7 tackles. The defensive backfield will be Jackson Rude, Johnny O, as we're calling him, Johnny Onyengubo, I hope that's correct, and Ryder Nye, Tucker Flory to round things out for Baldwin. Those are your Bulldog starters here tonight. The head coach for the Baldwin Bulldogs is a Hall of Famer in Bob Lisher, his 4th season here at Baldwin. He's 6-21 overall, his 29th season as a head coach overall. He is 165 and 116. 2019 Hall of Fame inductee, 5-time Coach of the Year, 6-time KC Coach of the Week. He spent 22 great seasons at Lawrence Free State, won 145 and 81 there, and historic career for Bob Lisher. We are glad he's with us here at Baldwin in his 4th year. As for Ottawa, their head coach will be Walt Alexander. He's in his 4th year as well. He has a record of 7-19. He's got more than 30 years of head coaching experience across Kansas at Hill City, Belleville, Atchison County, and most recently Topeka High. And another interesting note is both he and Bob Lisher, they recently spent a year as assistant coach at William Chrisman High School in Independence, Missouri. That was before either of these guys got the head job at their school. A couple of the starters for Ottawa that I do know of, like I said, I know about 90% of them. Their quarterback's going to be a junior, number 2, Hayden Hull. Their running back, number 11, a senior. He was second team all-league last year, Dante Sylvie. Number 4, Nate Sims, the guy to keep an eye on. He's a junior, was honorable mention all-league receiver. Number 15, a receiver, Cole McGrath, is a senior. Number 5 is a junior, and Aiden McCullough. Then on the line, they got Peyton Adkins, a senior, Sam Walters, a senior, Tobias Thompson, a junior, and Jack Bodle, a junior. I'll have to check that 5th guy on the offensive line. We will get that to you when it's available. So the scene is set. It got a beautiful night here. It was a little bit warm when we pulled up. It's sunny. It is bright, a little bit windy. The breeze has been kicking up here every now and then as the Bulldogs still waiting on them to come out. Ottawa has made their way out onto the field. The coin toss will be happening here in just a few minutes. We'll go ahead and squeeze our last break in before the opening kickoff on the other side. The pregame show has been brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business, money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For 132 years, they've helped serve our community. So go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. Baldwin has taken the field. Both teams out there ready for the coin toss. So we'll take a break and come right back with the opening kickoff. Week 2 of the high school football season. The Friday night lights are on. Glad you're with us. Be back opening kickoff after this.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
All right, back here live. The coin toss happening at midfield right now. About 2.5 minutes to kickoff. Got the scoreboard up there. It might be moving around, jumping a little bit. We're up in the stands here tonight amongst the people. Cyclones win the toss and defer to the second half, so the Bulldogs will get the football to start tonight's affair. We'll see. I mentioned in the open that last week they threw the football a little bit more than we were expecting. A lot of the throws came on some play action rollouts, getting Alford outside of the pocket. We'll see if they come out running the football, try to establish the run game a little bit, as Creighton Frost, he only had 7 carries for 13 yards last week. Alford carried it 9 times for 58 yards and a touchdown, but just wasn't really able to get much going on the ground. Time now for the opening kickoff. Get ready to rock your Saturday night like never before. On September 21st in Sullivan Square, the Rock Gods are bringing the house down with an epic show that will take you through rock and roll history. Feel the energy as they channel legends like Van Halen, Def Leppard, AC/DC, and more. Admission is free, and there will be food, drinks, and all sorts of other goodies. So don't miss out on this unforgettable night of rock and roll magic. September 21st, starting at 6 p.m. in Sullivan Square. All right. Teams are out there. Baldwin getting set to receive this football. Looks like Jackson Rude, Ryder Nye, and Ethan Williams, the 3 back to receive.
Set to kick off for the Cyclones is number 30, Josh Honest.
Set to kick it is Josh Otis, the senior kicker, number 30 for Ottawa. Glad you're with us on Baldwin Sports Live, ready to get week 2 of the high school football season underway. Bulldogs looking for their first win of the year, visiting the Cyclones here in Ottawa, and here we go. Kickoff will be over the head of Ethan Williams and into the end zone, a touchback, and that's how Baldwin's first drive will start. Baldwin had 2 touchdown drives last week, 1 defensive touchdown on a scoop and score from Jackson Rude. That was a late comeback attempt by the Bulldogs. Did punt the ball 3 times, had 2 picks, and lost 2 fumbles. Also turned it over on downs twice. We'll see where they start here tonight from their own 20-yard line. A pistol formation. Frost is behind Alford. The official will come in, stop things for a second. Maybe any equipment. Black and white shirts are ready to rock, and so are we. Got trips to the far side. Alford's going to turn, hand it off. First play to Creighton Frost. He's got some good running room and has a nice gain, about 10 yards. We'll see if they give him the first. It'll be close. It's going to be second down and short.
Good start for the Bulldog running back, Creighton Frost.
Yeah, got him going downhill. There was a big gap that opened up on the left side of that line.
Yeah, once he gets going, he's really hard to stop.
That offensive line, left to right, Jake Stavanis, Hank Beard, Jace Hout, Jake Van Horn, and Brett Davidson. And the official, White Hat's going to come in here, and he's saying that's a first down. So we'll go ahead and give it to him. Bulldogs 1 play, 1 first down on their opening drive. So fresh set of downs, 1st and 10, trips to the far side again. Alford will run speed option to the right. Tuck it in, gets hit hard and dropped. A couple of yards. Like Tobias Thompson, number 66, a junior, in on the stop. Baldwin 71 yards on the ground, 270 through the air last week, scored those 20 points. 2nd and 7. The tight end attached, left side. Rude will go in motion left to right. Alford takes the snap, fakes it, will try to throw to Jackson Rude. A nice one-handed catch and a first down.
What a catch by the junior. He
mentioned he had a nice game at Iola last week, kind of a coming out party for Jackson. Those 4 catches, 82 yards, and also that scoop and score on the defensive end. Baldwin was down 10. They cut it to just 3. Couldn't quite get the comeback. A little too late. Too little too late, I should say. It's like Colton Collum, the tight end, is attached left side. First down snap. It'll be another run for Frost. It's stacked up right there. The first guy, Colin Harris, a senior D lineman. Not much, maybe a yard on the gain.
Get him a yard, 2nd down and 9, ball on the 46-yard line.
Brings up a 2nd and 9. Alford was 16 of 36 throwing the ball last week. Mentioned those 270 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 picks. It's been 3 runs and 1 throw so far. Fake it again, Rude's open again, gets it to him on the out route. He runs through a tackle and has another Bulldog first down.
12-yard gain from the play, completed number 32, Jackson Rude. First down, Bulldogs.
That connection, Alford to Rude, starting to show its head already, Jackson.
Yes. And Jackson Root listed 5'11", 165, but I tell you what, he is all about 165, despite being that shorter frame. He is a very muscular, very athletic, very quick guy. One of those just all-around athletes, can probably play most skill positions on both sides of the field.
That's a great point. He's a really solid 165. Max Harvey into the game at receiver, number 5. You can see him switching left to right. So Ethan Williams got that tight end attached. They'll fake it out in the route. Alford able to escape and get it to Harvey. Nice job by Bryce. Max still fighting for some extra yardage and finally gets brought down by a host of Cyclones, but nice little play there by Alford. Some pressure in his face immediately, had to evade that and still found an open man. Will bring up a second down and about 4.
A really nice play by Bryce Alford.
Get him 7 yards on the play.
About 3 defensive linemen in your face, and sidearms it to Max Harvey over the middle.
Nicely done to keep his composure. We'll call it 2nd and 3. This is the 7th play of this opening Baldwin drive. They have moved it all the way from their own 20. They'll run speed option right side, pitch it to Creighton Frost, lowers the shoulder and has a first down.
Frost carries to the 30-yard line, first down.
At the 4th first down on this drive, and Baldwin moving the ball right down the field.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Creighton Frost, a great in between the tackles runner, but he does have the ability to step outside, maybe make a one cut and go, but he is very light on his feet, very hard to take down in the open field.
Gunnar Reichard, receiver out near side. At Ryder 9, Max Harvey, column attached. Alford looking right, now comes back left, will tuck it down and run, and will slide down safely. Nice gain of about 5.
26-yard line.
Alford making all the right decisions so far here on this opening drive.
Get him 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4.
Baldwin's already taken 4 minutes off the clock on this drive, something we talked about in the open. Try to have some long possessions and control the clock, control the rhythm of this game. Turned into an absolutely beautiful night for some football. Turn and hand it once again to Creighton Frost, carrying tacklers past the first down line and into the red zone. Bulldogs have not faced a 3rd down yet on this drive, and at their 5th first down.
Great start for the offensive, specifically the offensive line.
I was going to say, they are opening up some holes on that offensive line, and it's not some small guys either on that defensive line for Ottawa. They're moving some bodies, though.
We don't have small guys either.
That's true. Playing some big boy football down in the trenches. We'll see if that continues. Got Michael Newman, the tight end, attached right side. Turn, fake it. Alford looking for a little bubble screen. He, for a second, thought he had Jackson Root out wide, but he hesitated.
Couldn't get it on.
Yeah, couldn't get it to him. Take a little loss of a couple of yards. Almost half of the first quarter has gone by.
It'll be interesting to see what both these teams end up doing. Like you said, it is pretty windy, and Ottawa is, as you said, losing an all-league kicker.
Yeah.
So
I will say, though, the kicker, he kicked that kickoff through all the way to the end zone, so he's got a leg on him. It's number 30.
See how the wind affects that.
True. Alford rolling to his right, now in trouble. Now throws it towards the end zone. A flag comes in around Bryce. We'll check that.
Full McGrath on the coverage.
Might be a holding call.
That's what it's looking.
Should also mention number 61 out there on the offensive line, Carson Shannon, a 6'2", 230-pound junior. Looks like he is maybe in there at center. Also seeing perhaps a number 50 Jackson, but I could be seeing things. Not sure Baldwin has a 50.
I do see a 50.
It's all right. So they'll march this ball back after the penalty on Baldwin. Makes it 2nd down and 23.
Penalty ball moves to the 32-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 23.
Reichard, Nye, and Williams, the receivers. Column, the tight end, left side. They'll send Williams in a little jet motion. They'll hand it off to Creighton Frost up the middle. Gets contacted by Harris, drags guys for a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd down and very long after this drive had such a promising beginning. Play number 12 coming up.
3rd down and 21 for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted on the Cyclone 30-yard line.
It might be Hank Beard in number 50, actually. I'm not sure I've seen 54 out there. I'll check that for you. Alford going to look quick right side, gets it to his man. Ryder Nye makes a man miss. Now he's got a little bit of running room. He breaks a tackle close to the end zone, down close to the goal line. Wow, what a run after the catch that was. Ryder Nye.
Spinning, jumbling around, pretty sure. I don't think he'd tell you, but I'm pretty sure he lost the ball in the middle of that. And I don't know how he ended up with it, but a great run after the catch by Ryder Nye.
Talk about on a 3rd down and 20-something. It was about 3rd and 23, I think. Man, that was a big-time run after the catch. Now we'll see if they can punch it in. This is right where they were last week when they had that bad snap. It's a good snap, speed option right side. Alford's not going to get there. Gets stacked up, perhaps for a loss. Bring up 2nd down and goal from about the 1.5 yard line.
Thanks to that Ryder Nye, incredible run.
Man. We go 3 wide receivers, pistol formation. Frost behind Alford. They'll fake the handoff to him. Alford rolling out left side, cuts it up. Is he in? He is. He's in for a Bulldog touchdown. What an opening drive for Baldwin. "14 plays. They drive 80 yards down the field. Takes over 7 minutes. 9 minutes off the clock. Just about. Wow. Talk about making a statement, and we'll see what they do for the extra point here. And we'll see. Oh, okay, that's Brendan O'Connor, number 50. He's wearing 50 instead of 84. Kick up, and it is true. 7-0. The Bulldogs drive right down the field and take the lead. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144. Oh, shit.
See the full lineup at HersInc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Return for the Cyclones.
7-0. The Bulldogs take the opening kickoff and drive 80 yards down the field. Took 8 minutes off the clock, and they have themselves a 7-0 lead as Brendan O'Connor gets this one kicked away.
Long in return from the 5-yard
Here
line.
comes Mitchell Long, and he's got a lot of running room, breaking tackles, cutting here near side. Tucker Flory has got a chance to bring him down, and he will. He fumbled the football. But what a return that was for Mitchell Long. And he sets up the Cyclones in Baldwin territory.
Good open field tackle by Tucker Flory.
Yeah, 100%, man. He broke through there. It looked like he might have a lane to the end zone, but good angle there by Flory to bring him down. Ottawa's going to have a short field from the Baldwin 25-yard line. 3:31 to play here, first quarter. Hayden Hole, number 2, the junior quarterback. To his left is number 11, Dante Silvey. They'll throw it out wide to begin things here. That's Aiden McCullough, second-team All-League receiver last year. Gets dragged out of bounds by Ryder Nye. Gain of about 4 on first down.
Gain of 5 yards on the play. 4 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 6. Ball on the 21-yard line.
So once again, Brendan O'Connor is wearing number 50 here tonight. He was 84 last week, so switch him over to 50. Keeping track at home. They'll run jet motion. Looked like an illegal motion there, but they'll hand it off to Nate Sims, their big playmaker. Close to a first down.
Sims the ball carrier for the Cyclones. Picks up 5 yards to the 16-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Sets up a 3rd and 1. Flag comes flying in from the line judge here on the near side, and it's going to be a false start on Ottawa. Back them up 5. That'll help Baldwin out.
Offsides against the Cyclones. 5-yard penalty.
Aiden McCullough, a little jumpy out. You don't see very many false starts in the wide receiver position.
Yeah. A little bit antsy to get off the line. So that backs him up, and a 3rd and 1 turns into a 3rd down and 6 now. Hole fakes the handoff, is going to get flushed out right side. Has a first down and more, stays in bounds, tiptoes his way down the sideline, and that's an Ottawa Cyclone touchdown. Very close to stepping out of bounds here, close to about the 10-15 yard line, but was able to keep his balance, work his way into the end zone. Took him just 3 plays to score that touchdown.
Number 6, Mason Sutton will hold. 30, Josh Otis to kick.
Josh Otis, the kicker, will try to convert the extra point. It is no good, so Baldwin, they will maintain that 1-point lead, 7-6. Here watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Into the end zone.
Welcome back here to Ottawa. The kickoff went into the end zone, and so another touchback for Baldwin to start possession number 2. Took it 80 yards and scored a touchdown last drive, a 14-play, 8-minute, 80-yard drive. By far the most impressive drive we've seen from the Bulldogs so far this year. Let's see if they can get another one. Still have that 1-point lead after Ottawa missed the extra point. Trips right side. They'll turn, hand it off to Creighton Frost. He's got a head of steam. And he always seems to get about 2 or 3 more yards after contact. Has a great gain of about 9. Will set up 2nd and 1.
And quickly, to go back to what we said in the pregame show, 2 big things, just like we said, the first offensive possession for Baldwin, you establish the run early, long possession, you score a touchdown. Ottawa's first possession is from your own 30, from your own 30, and they score in 3 plays. So definitely interesting to see if this offense can duplicate and if this defense can bounce back.
Same play here. Creighton Frost will run it right up the middle.
Falling forward.
Yeah, nice job there. Hank Beard, number 54, driving guys forward. Nice job by all the offensive line, and another first down. Baldwin had 6 first downs on that opening drive. Only faced 1 third down. That was that big-time ride-or-die catch and run. Got him down to the goal line. Under a minute to go. First quarter. Glad you're with us on Baldwin Sports Live. Ryan Hilmer, Jackson Blakely with you. Glad you can hang out with us on a Friday night. They'll hand it to Frost once again, and he barrels ahead for another 5-6 yards.
24 Creighton Frost on the carry, across the 40-yard line.
Given a healthy diet of rushes to Creighton Frost after only getting 7 carries last week.
Already at 7, does he? Just about?
Just about, I'm sure. Interestingly enough, Creighton Frost still looking for his first career rushing touchdown. Never had one last year, but did pile up 440 yards off 107 carries. Looks like Baldwin's going to be content to just let this first quarter run out. But a really good one at that. Baldwin has controlled the clock and limited possessions. They have a 7-6 lead here after 1 quarter. You are watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Welcome back. Start of quarter number 2 is Ottawa hosting Baldwin here tonight. The Bulldogs have a 7-6 lead. There's another run up the middle. Creighton Frost carrying tacklers past the first down line. Another fresh set of downs. Another great run for Creighton Frost, piling up the yardage already.
You know why that's so nice to see, Ryan? Not because just like personally for Creighton Frost, he's having such a good game, but as a team, to see you be able to succeed like this, especially after how last week went on the offensive side of the ball, this has to be a confidence booster, and they have to be looking on building on momentum to carry on.
Yeah, that is a great point. Baldwin playing with a lot of confidence right now offensively, and that offensive line is really moving some bodies. Baldwin also, it's worth mentioning this year, they got, I believe, 52 guys out as they hand it off to Frost again. This time he's going to get pulled down back behind the line by Colin Harris, senior defensive lineman, number 53. But Baldwin, they have a lot more guys out for football this year than they have in years past, last couple of years at least, and that has allowed them to rotate guys a lot more, even on the offensive and defensive lines, keep guys fresh. Two first downs on this, their second offensive possession. They have a second down and 10 here. Collum, the tight end, right side. They'll run it right up the middle again to Creighton Frost and keep feeding him. Give him about 3 yards, and we'll set up a third down and long.
Second third down for Baldwin. Of course, the first one being that miracle conversion by Ryder Nye on 3rd and 23, breaking about 6 tackles and getting tackled on the goal line. That set up that first touchdown.
We'll see where they go here. A lot of the throws have come off of play action and trying to roll Bryas out of the pocket. Give him a run pass option. Bryas looking for a man. Downfield rolling here near side. He's getting chased and he'll get pushed down. That's Chase Myers, and that is really nice pursuit. Brings up 4th down. Looks like the punting unit gonna run on for Baldwin.
No gain of punting, 4th down and 7.
So the drive stalls after a couple of first downs.
Hurry to punt.
Max Harvey, the punter, is a pretty good punt and takes too good of a roll for Baldwin and all the way through the back of the end zone. So Ottawa will bring it out to the 20. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. They are the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon are your Baldwin City area brokers, and they invite you to immerse in nature at the Little Soldier Creek Farm. 39-plus acre property boasting wildlife, hunting, food plots, and a 2,100 square foot home with stunning views in the coveted Silver Lake School District in Shawnee County. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. Here we go, Ottawa starting their second possession offensively. Took them only 3 plays to get a touchdown. 25 yards is all they had to go after that huge kickoff return. Hank Beard brings down the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage, a 2nd down and 10. Couple of running backs next to Hull. He will drop back to pass. They are looking for a wheel route here near side to Nate Sims, and just out of the reach of the outstretched arms. See, Hull's got a pretty good arm on him. Laid that thing in there just out of the reach of Sims. Brings up a 3rd down and long. Ottawa had over 370 yards last week, scoring those 24 points, but like I mentioned, turned it over 4 times. That might be something Baldwin can take advantage of tonight. They'll go trips far side with Cole McGrath, the lone receiver down here. Sylvie next to Hull. He'll take the shotgun snap, looking to pass. Now we'll look left side to Dante Sylvie out of the backfield, makes the catch and got tripped up by the 40-yard line, but some jawing after the play here between Sylvie and Michael Newman. Yeah, there's a flag there. That's why I was referencing the jawing between the two. Probably after the play, an unsportsmanlike, but we'll see who they got. It was a nice little wheel route out of the backfield to Sylvie. Hayden Hull, the quarterback, doesn't look very happy with what he's heard, so Ottawa's marching backwards right now. This could be a big break for Baldwin.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Cyclones.
Yeah, it is going to be a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty on Ottawa, so that does not help their case out. After converting on the 3rd down and 10, they'll back it up and try it again.
Penalty happened after the play, so it is a first down to the Cyclones.
Yeah, okay, so it was after the play, you're right. And so the play will count. It is a first down, and they will back them up after that. So be 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Really an unnecessary play for Sylvie there for getting a nice game. A nice
Big
play there.
stop.
Big Brett Davidson in the backfield, bringing down Sylvie for a loss of about 3.
Going this front 7 for the Bulldog defense is definitely I'd say the strength, and that's nothing against the secondary. The secondary here is very good, but that just says a lot about how good this front 7, how experienced this front 7 is for Baldwin. Of course, Brett Davidson being the heart of that.
Yeah, Davidson and Van Horn, the two
O'Connor.
big boys. O'Connor is the middle linebacker along with Creighton Frost. They do a great job. Hank Beard, also the nose tackle in there, holding his own. Now Hull's going to roll right side. He fires it out quickly. He's got his man. That's Shaden Knapp. Not much going there on the right side, though. Great job by Baldwin defensively to rally and tackle.
Forcing another 3rd down for the Cyclones.
They are 2 for 2 on 3rd down so far. Converted that 3rd and 10 just a minute ago. See what they go to here. Collum and Michael Newman are the outside backers. Mentioned Frost and O'Connor, the inside linebackers. Max Harvey, Ryder Nye out there at safety, and Johnny O and Jackson Rude, the corners. The lineup out there for the Bulldogs. 3rd down and 10. They'll run option here near side. Hull fakes the pitch, will keep it, and now gets stacked up by a bunch of Bulldogs, and he's going to be a couple yards shy of the 1st down. Let's see what they do here on 4th. Right at the 35, their own 35-yard line. Hayden Hull, you can tell, wants to go for it. Head coach Walt Alexander says otherwise. Looks like the punting unit coming on. Max Harvey and Ryder Nye will drop back to receive the punt. Baldwin leads at 7-6 here. Both teams scored touchdowns on their opening drive, but Ottawa missed the extra point. Cyclones punt it away. They'll let this one bounce right around the 35-yard line. It'll take a Cyclone roll and be downed at the Baldwin 32, where their 3rd offensive possession will begin. $14-play, 80-yard touchdown drive, their first drive of the game. Their last one stalled out after 7 plays, and they had to punt it away. We'll see where drive number 3 takes us. 5:30 to play here in the 1st half. They will begin from their own 32. Last year in this matchup, Baldwin got shut out. They turned it over 5 times. It's been night and day difference here this year. Alford has Frost behind him. He'll turn, hand it off. Frost takes some contact, still fights forward. Gets another couple, about a gain of 5. It's pretty rare if you can keep Frost under a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Get 6 on play, 2nd down and 4.
After just 71 yards on the ground a week ago, you got to believe they have already matched that or have gone over that. We don't have the live stats for you this year, but man, they are racking it up on the ground, sticking with Frost in that running game. Frost will get another touch, and this time gets stacked up after only about a yard or 2. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.
2-yard gain to the 40-yard line.
Call it 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 2.
Be the third down attempt. They were 2 for 2, or 1 for 2 so far, excuse me. Had to punt it away after not converting on that last drive. We'll see where they go here. Alford's going to roll out to his right, throw it to his tight end, Colton Collum, and a late flag back there by Alford. He might have gotten roughed. It is a complete pass to Collum, and he's got enough for a 1st down. Let's check the flag, too. Collum got out to about the 45-yard line after that play. It is a personal foul, roughing the passer, so they'll tack on another 15, and that helps out the Bulldogs immensely.
That's huge. Baldwin getting back in the rhythm. Another long possession here. Looking to close it out. Even if you don't, it's not the worst thing in the world because you're giving that stout defense such a big break.
Yeah, so that moves it all the way up to the Ottawa 40. Come out. That 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back set. Jackson Rude's going to take the jet sweep left side, gets a lead block from Frost, and he can't quite turn that corner. Gets stopped for no gain.
Rude, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
Saw a lot of that action from Iola last week. That's kind of what hurt the Bulldogs, was those runs around the outside. Also had a couple of trick plays, little jet sweep pass that ended up leading to the first Iola touchdown. Baldwin's got a 2nd down and 10 here. 5th play of this 3rd drive. Ottawa sideline asking for some noise from a good crowd on hand. Alford pump fake, throwing deep down the sideline, and that one might have been intercepted by Nate Sims. Actually, that is number 17. That's Nick Walker, the defensive back, a junior. And a nice play at that by Walker. Alford trying to take a deep shot towards the end zone. I think Ryder Nye was the intended target. Oh, yeah, my bad, Jackson. But, yeah, that was unfortunate. First turnover of the game. It's an interception. They only, I guess, caveat to that is they will start from their own 3-yard line. Backs them up.
First and 10 for the Cyclones from the 3-yard line.
So Ottawa will take over their own 3 for their 3rd drive. 3 minutes to go, first half. Had a big kick return before their opening drive. They went 25 yards, scored a touchdown, then had to punt their last possession. Great pursuit that time by the Bulldogs to bring Hayden Hull down, trying to run it out of the backfield. Two and a half minutes to play. Baldwin has the 1-point lead. They've got Ottawa backed up here. Hull will turn and hand it off to Sylvie. He'll get first contacted by Jake Van Horn and driven to the ground after a gain of about 3. Timeout is going to be taken on the field, I believe, by Baldwin, and it is Baldwin's first charge timeout. So about a 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 coming up. Baldwin going to stop the clock, try to stop him one more time and get another possession here at the end of the first half. The timeouts this year are brought to you by Rice Precision Manufacturing. They are a family-owned company right here in Baldwin City. They service many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. With state-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment that offers excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career. Find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com. 7-6, Baldwin lead, 2:09 to play first half. Got a good one going here so far in Ottawa. Glad you could join us. Ryan Hilmer, Jackson Blakely on the call. Once again, I should mention, if you tried to join us last week for the Iola game, we just were dealing with some not very good internet down there in Iola, and it really hindered our ability to stream and do what we got to do here. So we apologize for the quality of that one, but it's going much better tonight here, I think. So that's good. Hull's going to drop back to pass. He's looking for McCullough over the middle. It drops incomplete. McCullough had it in his hands.
It was a flag in the backfield.
We'll have to check that. It's going to be on Ottawa. I think it was a holding was the initial indication.
Yep.
So that'll get declined. And a 3rd down stop by the Bulldogs will force a punt, get them the football back. Punter number 83, Carter Hepner. He's a senior. Flory and Harvey, I believe, are back to return this punt. Baldwin's kind of got their defense still out there, maybe guarding it against a fake or anything. Ooh, almost got the block on that. Frost had some good penetration. Not a great punt. Will get downed. Believe it's going to be at the Ottawa 35, and a flag coming in, and a couple of flags flying in back behind the play. Ottawa's shooting themselves in the foot here with some of these flags after the plays.
Looks like they're going to be offsetting, pointing up both sidelines.
Okay. Both teams kind of jawing back and forth at each other.
Yeah, I caught that a bit late. I didn't see what was happening. I just saw number 50 for Ottawa getting pulled away by his teammate.
Yeah, you're right. That was Peyton Bass, the senior linebacker. Emotions running high here in the first half. I mentioned this is the 21st straight year these two squads matching up.
Personal foul penalties against both teams.
Yeah, they're going to offset like you called. Good call there, Jackson. And so Baldwin's going to take over at the plus 35, minute 52 to go. Forced a couple of punts in a row. This will be their 4th offensive possession, trying to pad that lead before we head to the half.
Bulldog football, 1st and 10 from the Cyclone 35.
See how Bryce comes out to throwing that interception, the 1-yard line last possession.
Yeah, he tried a deep shot down the left sideline. This is about the area they were on at the field, too.
It was on 3rd down. It's like a punt.
Tried that, yeah. That's what I said. That was the only caveat. He pinned him deep.
Yep.
Throw quick left side. Jackson Rude comes up with the catch, trying to make a play. Only gets about a yard. Clock running, 1:45 and counting. Baldwin have 2 timeouts left.
2nd down and 9 from the 34.
Go trips here near side. Low snap. Alford able to collect it and gets the left-handed pitch out to Frost. He'll step out of bounds. Baldwin's going to have about a 3rd down and 4, though. you look back to this matchup last year, Baldwin really lost the battle at the line of scrimmage. That has not been the case here tonight.
Quite the opposite, actually.
They are winning that battle down in the trenches. They'll go pistol on 3rd down. From the Ottawa 29, it's a big play here. They'll turn, fake it. Alford's going to roll out right side. He's looking for his man over the middle. That was his tight end, Colton Collum, but will fall incomplete. Pretty good coverage there by the Cyclones.
I'll be surprised if they don't go for it here.
Yeah, I would too.
13 left on
in
the
plus
opponent.
territory.
Yeah.
This is definitely 4-down territory. I think I agree with you.
The Ottawa sideline trying to get the crowd engaged.
Yeah, really good crowd on hand here on the home side, and a good crowd on the visiting side over there for Baldwin. They are going to go on 4th down. Here we go. It's going to be a big play.
Biggest play of the half by far.
Alford dropping back to the throw. Pump fakes left side, now rolling right, directing traffic. And now he's going to get sacked, drop hard. That's 23 getting back there. Chaden Knapp, the junior linebacker. A turnover on downs for Baldwin.
And that's the last thing you need if you're the Bulldogs, a sack on 4th down, and now you give Ottawa another 11 yards or so if you just throw the ball away out there. It's 11 yards that they don't start off with, and now they're a little bit closer. Minute, 5 seconds left on the clock for the Cyclones.
Minute 5, they'll start from their own 37-yard line. 3 and out their last possession. Newman almost got in there. They're setting up a screen pass down here to McCullough.
It's a nice play design by the head coach of Ottawa.
It was.
Send half your linemen out one way and fake a screen to the far side, come back near side. Aiden McCullough with a nice run and catch.
Yeah, big play on 1st down there. Gets them a fresh set of downs and out to Baldwin territory, the Baldwin 49. 58 seconds to play. Plenty of time for Ottawa as they have all 3 timeouts. Baldwin trying to hold on to this lead going into the half.
The crowd's now in it.
Hull dropping back, feels some pressure from Davidson, now finds an open man over the middle. Breaks a tackle, that is Aiden McCullough once again. The junior.
Receiver's knee was down on the completion.
Yeah, okay, they're gonna say his knee was down. Still gonna have a 1st down. Ottawa will take their first timeout.
12-yard gain in the Cyclone, 1st down.
2 plays, 2 1st downs for Ottawa. They are marching the ball down. 48.9 seconds to go. Timeout on the field. I'll go ahead and show you our upcoming broadcast schedule here. A couple more football games, both at home, as Baldwin has 4 straight home games coming up. Burlington comes to town, and then Wellsville on the 27th. You can find our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Maple Weekly. It is your local weekly newspaper with the latest community news and events, feature stories, local sports, history, and more. Subscribe for only $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Subscribe now to your local weekly newspaper at baldwinmaple.com. Don't forget our halftime show is coming up as well, brought to you by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Glad to have Kelly back on board with us this year, and all the good folks down there at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Here we go, 48 seconds, fresh set of downs. They'll run options, and there goes Nate Sims down the left sideline, breaks free, and waltzes his way into the end zone for a Cyclone touchdown.
Nate Sims on the pitch from Hayden Hall.
That's a big-time drive right before the end of the first half for Ottawa. So they take it 63 yards down the field. Only took them 30 seconds. Let's see what they do here, if they're going to go for 2. They are. Try to get this thing to a 14-7 game. Now a little trick play. Sylvie's going to throw it to the end zone. A little halfback pass and back to Hull, the quarterback. There you go.
Philly special, kind of. A little bit. I was wondering, looking how Hull went into communication mode there. Looked a little, but ultimately great play design by the Cyclones coaching staff and great execution by their offense.
Yeah, 100%. That was a big-time drive for them. The crowd loves it. Has their guys fired up on the sideline, gives them a 14-7 lead. Kind of sucks the life out of the Bulldogs a little bit. Things were going really good until had to punt it away on their second drive after picking up a couple of first downs. Had that interception down at the 3-yard line and then turned it over on downs. Still in this football game, though, for sure. Only down by 7. Have 2 timeouts left with the 39 seconds. We'll see how aggressive they play this. Kick is going to be a short little squib kick. It bounces a couple of times. You got to get on it. And taking a knee and getting absolutely blasted as a flag comes out. That was right or nigh. Ottawa doesn't really like it. That was 25. Mason Hickox, the junior, ended up clobbering right or nigh right as he went down for a knee. Interesting play there. They will give personal foul and necessary roughness, they'll call that. So give Baldwin a free 15 with 38.5 seconds. Start from their own 29-yard line. Like I said, we'll see how aggressive they play. It doesn't look like they're going to play it aggressive at all as they appear to be taking a knee. Alford under center. He will take the knee, and we will head to the locker rooms after the next 30 seconds expire. Pretty tight, well played first half by both these teams, though. Beautiful night for it weather-wise here. A little bit of a breeze. It's probably about, 75, clear skies, got the moon out. Beautiful Friday night here as both teams now.
Sunset too.
There you go, get that sunset, Jackson. Beautiful. So 14-7, Ottawa leads at the half. That is the score, and we will be back after this break with the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by Kelly Neufeld and all the good folks down there at Farm Bureau Financial Services. We'll be back with more Bulldog football after this.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at chad@haydenoutdoors.com.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
new charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. The Bulldogs.
Welcome back here to Ottawa, Kansas. It is a 14-7 game. Ottawa leads it at the half after Baldwin took a 7-0 lead. Ottawa battled back, made it 7-6, and then went down and scored a touchdown on a drive right before halftime to take a 14-7 lead. We welcome you in here to the halftime show. It is brought to you by your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Baldwin City, Kelly Neufeld. Kelly and his team are there to help you protect what matters most. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting or stop by the new office in downtown Baldwin City, 714 8th Street, and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. So we'll give you a little recap of the first half. First, the drive summary for Baldwin. They did not win the toss. Ottawa won the toss. They deferred to the second half, but Baldwin took the opening kickoff, and they had a 14-play opening drive, took it the distance for a touchdown, went 80 yards on 8 minutes. By far the most impressive drive we've seen of the season so far from the Bulldogs, and maybe of the last couple of seasons. That's how nice that opening drive was for the Dogs. They had 6 first downs on that opening drive and only faced 1 third down. They obviously converted that on their way to a touchdown, took a 7-0 lead, and then their next 3 possessions didn't go quite as well, even though the next possession they got a couple of first downs, make it 8 on the night, but then had to punt it away after failing to convert on a third down. Their third possession ended in that interception. Alford looking for Nye down near the end zone, and it was picked off around the 3-yard line by Ottawa, so that the 1 turnover of the game that was forced by Ottawa. And then the next possession was a 4-and-out, if you will, as Baldwin unable to convert on a 4th down from Ottawa territory and turned it over on downs. Those are the offensive drives for Baldwin in the first half. In terms of Ottawa, they took their kickoff after Baldwin took a 7-0 lead and had a huge return all the way down to the Baldwin 25-yard line is where they started their first drive at. They started their first drive with 3:30 to go on the clock. That's how much time Baldwin took off the clock on their opening drive, but it only took Ottawa 3 plays to get into the end zone, a 3-play, 25-yard touchdown drive, and they missed the extra point. That made it 7-6 throughout most of this first half. Ottawa then punted it away on their next couple of possessions. Only had 1 first down going into that last drive that they took 63 yards down the field in just 30 seconds. Only took them 3 plays there on that touchdown drive to go down, make it 14-7 after also converting the 2-point conversion on a little trick play, a little Philly special. The running back threw it back to Hull, the quarterback, and so that is where we stand. Only 3 first downs for Ottawa as I bring in my partner Jackson here. Ottawa had 3 first downs offensively. Baldwin had 9 first downs offensively. And Ottawa 2 for 4 on third down. Baldwin also 2 for 4 on third down, and that 0 for 1 on the 4th down. So Jackson, what were some of your takeaways from the first half? Obviously, you mentioned Baldwin got off to that great start on the opening drive. Things were going pretty good until about midway through the second quarter, and then Ottawa able to take that lead. So what was some of your thoughts from the first half?
Well, I think if you're the Bulldogs, going in the half, even though you are down a touchdown, you can't be upset with how that first half went. Of course, not scoring outside of your first drive is pretty disappointing, but they've looked good at all aspects. They've ran the ball really well with Creighton Frost. The offensive line's creating a good push. Bryce looks really comfortable.
Yeah.
Especially out of the shotgun. He's gotten a couple of very good passes off down the field. Ryder Nye is having a good game out wide. I just think that if we can keep this confidence up on the offensive end of the ball with how good our defense has played so far in this game, I think there's a very good chance they come back. With that being said, with it being 14-7, Ottawa has shot themselves in the foot. They have about 4 or 5 personal foul penalties, unsportsmanlike conduct. So if Ottawa can clean up the mental errors, then they'll be a very hard team to face in the second half. But if all things go pretty similarly to how the first half went, then the close to this game should be something very special.
Yeah, you're right. Baldwin is definitely winning the battle in terms of penalties, because Ottawa had several big-time after the play 15-yarders that ended up hurting him, including there was a roughing the passer down there as well. So they got to get that corrected in terms of, if you're looking at this from the Cyclones' perspective, and if you're looking at it from Baldwin's perspective, like we've mentioned, a pretty good first half. You'd like to do without that turnover, obviously, but as Jackson kind of alluded to, that was a third down play. You were trying to get it to the end zone, and it kind of turned into a punt that you pinned them deep within their own 5-yard line and ended up forcing a 3 and out. So that turnover didn't really come back to haunt Baldwin too much, but that 3-play, and what was it here? 3-play, 63-yard drive that only took them 30 seconds. That's really what Baldwin's going to be wishing that they had back going into the locker room. But as we stand right now, Ottawa leads at 14-7. It says you're watching Bulldog football right here on Baldwin Sports Live. We'll be back with more on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show after this.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow, and it's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here to Ottawa. We are at the half, 14-7. The Bulldogs trail it here tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the area scores around here, trying to pull some of those up for you. I did find one, that Iola-Wellsville game. Wellsville is leading that 27-0 at the half. Trying to look around for some more scores here, but as I do that, I'll also go ahead and pop up our upcoming broadcast schedule again so everybody can get a look at that. Just football here in September. Mentioned it before, Baldwin, 4 straight home games coming up, so we're going to get pretty comfortable there at, was that Liston Stadium, I believe it is, for Baker.
Yes.
We'll be in the friendly confines back in Baldwin City. Looking forward to that. You can also find our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Maple Weekly. Subscribe to your local weekly newspaper, $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Pretty good deal if you ask me. A big newspaper guy though, so little.
Believe it or not, I am not a big newspaper
no way.
guy.
Oh, we have a little too much fun here. Let's go ahead and also pop up our keys to the game. What do you think so far of what we came up with pregame as some of our keys to the game? How do you think Baldwin's faring so far, Jackson?
Well, not to toot our own horn, Ryan, but I think we nailed it.
I think so.
You know, the team who is winning the turnover battle is winning the game, that being Ottawa. That one interception, which, again, you cannot really put Bryce Alford at fault for that. I'm sure it was about 3rd and 8, 3rd and 6. You want to take a shot down the field. If you're going to, there's no such thing as a good turnover, but that's about as good as turnover gets. When it comes to know where Sims is, we've done a pretty good job stopping him in the first half. Of course, he did score that 40-plus yard touchdown, but outside of that, I haven't really heard his name very often.
Yeah.
And, again, Winfield position outside of Ottawa's first possession. They have not started, I don't think, in our own.
Let me check that for you.
Our
here.
side of the field.
Yeah, no, outside of that first possession, you're right. The next 3 came in their own territory.
Yep. So
yeah.
If we can keep starting the ball on the other side of the field, or if Ottawa can keep starting the ball on the opposite side of the field, then I think this defense really has the mentality, bend, don't break, and I think they've done a really good job of showing that so far.
Yeah, I agree with you there. So those a check of our keys to the game. We'll go ahead and take one last break, then get you the second half of football here from Ottawa. This has been the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by Kelly Neufeld and all the good people down there at Farm Bureau Financial Services. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call, 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they would love to support you and your financial future as well. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's your future. Let's protect it. Take a quick break and be back with the second half of football from Ottawa. You're watching Bulldog Football, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
All right, getting you set for the second half here from Ottawa, Kansas. Week 2 of the high school football season. Baldwin dropped their week 1 matchup down in Iola 23-20, and Ottawa went to Atchison and beat the Phoenix 24-14 last week. Got another halftime score for you, that Spring Hill at Tonganoxie game that I told you was going to be a good one, 3-14. Tonganoxie is winning that game, so that is an interesting one. That's on a couple of our other networks. If you want to check that game out, don't go away from this one. We got a good one, but maybe pull up a dual screen action. Maybe get that going. So 3-14, Spring Hill is trailing Tonganoxie at the half in that game. Again, 27-0, Wellsville beating Iola. try to get some more.
A lot of shutouts.
Yeah, a lot of shutouts going on around. There's, it's usually some lopsided matchups around the state. These are all the scores. So
especially earlier in the year.
That's right. So we'll continue to check some of those halftime scores for you. In terms of this one here, Baldwin scored on their opening drive, as we have chronicled, had 9 first downs there in the first half. Went 2 of 4 on third down. Did not convert their 1 fourth down conversion attempt. Ottawa also 2 of 4 on third down. Only had 3 first downs that whole first half, but didn't need too many, as that last 3-play touchdown drive that went 63 yards was a pass from Hull to Nate Sims. Put Ottawa on top, and they will get the football to start half number 2 after winning the toss and deferring. Glad you could join us here. Week 2, Friday Night Lights, nothing like it. It's a beautiful night here in eastern Kansas. Baldwin in their white jerseys with the black uniforms, white helmets. Ottawa blacked out unis with the red trim and red helmets. Officials are in their black and white stripes tonight.
As always. That doesn't change. They should change it up.
They should.
I don't know what to.
I mean, baseball does. They, wear some blue, black, dark blue. Can you imagine a football game, the officials come out in like black and yellow stripes or something?
Well, I was about
to
say, what if the football coaches came out in football uniforms like baseball guys?
Uh-oh, here goes Sims, finds a hole. Left side, O'Connor's the last man. He can't bring him down, and nobody is going to catch that speedster. Nate Sims, 95 yards all the way to the house. There is a flag down, though, down back at their own 44-yard line, so we'll see if this is coming back. That could be huge. You can see the speed, though, from Nate Sims. That's why we chronicled him in our keys to the game. He is an absolutely dynamic playmaker. See, they're talking about the flag.
Let's see what they give us here.
A sideline warning on Ottawa is what the call is going to be. It's probably getting a little too excited there as Sims was busting that thing down that sideline. So touchdown is going to stand. What a kickoff return there. Second team all-league kick returner last year was Sims, and he shows why right there. Extends the Ottawa lead.
Well, he found the hole and just shot through there.
Like a cannon, wasn't it?
Yeah, I give a shout
official's going to have to jog back down and get his flag down here.
Eventually.
Guess they're just going to leave it.
They're just going to leave it.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, a shout out to my dad. He'd say something along the lines of, he's running like people are chasing him.
I like that.
Just out of there in a hurry.
I might have to steal that.
Yeah.
So Ottawa's lined up for the extra point. They missed the extra point attempt on their first touchdown. Made a 2-point conversion, a little trick play.
He is getting his collected. Yeah, there you go. Good hustle. Good hustle on the guy. I will say, if we're ever in the booth and there's a good hustle play by an umpire or a referee, we make sure to highlight it.
That's right.
You remember the baseball game against, who were we playing? Was that Lewisburg?
Yeah, man, you're testing my memory now. Can hardly remember what I had for breakfast. So on for the extra point is Josh Audis. The kick is up very high and very good. So that makes it 21-7. Ottawa extends their lead. You're watching Bulldog football right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back, 21-7 the score now after that 95-yard kick return touchdown. Ottawa will kick it away, and looks like Ethan Williams is going to take that, look for a crease. Now gets jumbled up and brought down. About their own 38-yard line is where the Bulldogs will take over for their first possession.
So it looks like they applied that penalty to the kickoff. So,
which is interesting. I mean, that's what you do. I didn't think they actually gave him a penalty. Usually they give him a warning first, like a sideline warning. But
I think they had a warning earlier.
Okay.
Because I thought I saw him make that same action
in
the first quarter.
That would make more sense. That's a good eye, Jackson. Here we go. Baldwin's first possession of the second half. Guess I should change the quarter. It'll be an ongoing theme this year. Take the shotgun snap. Frost looking for some room. Patient run that time. He runs over a man. Has a nice gain.
Well, there's 7 yards or so. And he's running the ball good. Like we mentioned at halftime, this O-line is winning the battle up front. See if they can put the other aspects of the game together.
Opening up some big holes for Creighton in there, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So now everything that we kind of praised Baldwin for in that first opening drive, that 14-play touchdown drive that took 8 minutes off the clock. Now you're more into, boy, Alford's in all sorts of trouble here. He's
flag on the play.
Taken down. Yeah, there's some laundry. Now you got to be a little bit quicker, though, I guess was my point.
Yeah.
Penalty flag on the play.
Let's check the flag as Alford got sandwiched. Be a hold on Baldwin.
Penalty against the Bulldogs.
A lot of confusion on the field.
See the Cyclone players trying to rile up this big crowd over here. So they're going to back Baldwin up 10 yards.
Remains second down.
Still second down, now second long. Shotgun formation, 3 wideouts, Column the tight end. Alford in the shotgun. Once again, handed off to Frost. This time, not much going. Stuffed up by that interior defensive line of the Cyclones. Number 66 in on the stop, Tobias Thompson.
He's been a very big vocal leader for this defense.
Yeah, him and Colin Harris, those are the two guys on that line. They're the big boys that anchor it down in front.
Getting the sideline involved, and that in turn getting the crowd involved, and I'm sure you can see the camera shaking on the feed.
3rd down and 10. Alford's going to roll to his left, looking downfield, and he's going to get bottled up before he could find a man downfield and sacked.
That brings up 4th down.
Baldwin now 2 of 5 on 3rd down conversions. Brings up a 4th down and long, and the punt unit will jog on. (21-7) the Bulldogs trail.
Harvey to punt, Morning to return.
Max Harvey punts it away. Bounces about the 30, now the 20, and it will keep taking a Baldwin roll all the way down inside the 10-yard line. That's a big-time punt from Max Harvey. There is a flag down back behind where the punt came from. We'll check that.
I see 2 flags on the field.
Yeah. Officials getting a workout tonight.
And I see Creighton Frost with a shoulder pad missing.
Yeah, Frost is there having a conversation with the officials. Pointing at Ottawa.
Well, personal foul.
Oh, offsetting again, man.
Well, if you don't know the history between these two teams, it's pretty obvious now.
Yeah.
They don't like each other.
Yeah, this
very
is
well. And that goes for every sport, I'm pretty sure. It's
yeah.
always a good game, especially in basketball. It's always a fun environment playing these guys.
Yeah, big-time rivalry. Can't say that. Just down the road, though, I mean, what is it, about 10-minute drive? Yeah, it's pretty close. Always some good games back and forth. I did mention that Ottawa shut out Baldwin 30-0 in this matchup last year. It's been a lot closer this year. Baldwin has the Cyclones backed up once again. Officials still talking about things. Looks like they got the captains together and they're giving them a stern talking to.
Not mad, I'm just disappointed.
That's right. And
I'm giving them one of those.
Shake of the hands, and we'll go back to hitting each other.
Isn't that the irony of it all?
That is. So here we go, 1st and 10 from inside their 10-yard line. They had a drive start from their own 3 in the first half, and Baldwin forced him to go 3 and out. Hull's getting flushed out of the pocket. Collum chasing him. Hull's going to fire downfield towards Sims. It comes up short. Collum got a nice hit on the quarterback. Helps him up in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Interesting to see what Coach
Lisher?
Yeah, Coach Lisher, sorry, comes out with here scheme-wise on defense. You know, they're on their own, what is that, 9-yard line?
Yep, on 9.
Probably going to send a lot of pressure.
They definitely did that time.
Yeah, definitely just want to be careful over the top. Make sure you got everything, nothing behind you. Because the last thing you want to give up here is another long touchdown.
Yeah, that's a good call. We've seen a couple of kind of wheel patterns work to Ottawa's favor.
One was negated for a penalty.
Hull's going to run speed option right side. He'll tuck it in, get drugged down after a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Brendan O'Connor in on that stop, as well as Colton Collum getting up. Hank Beard in there.
It's a big group of people taking you down. It can feel great at the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, that's going to set up a big-time 3rd down here. 3rd down and a long 5, maybe 6. Baldwin, it's a big play. Come up with a stop here, get the football back. Can't let Ottawa keep taking just time off the clock. Have 2 running backs back with Hull. He's looking left side. Now he's getting pressured and getting chased. That's Hank Beard chasing him. Now reverses field. Looking for a man, and he's got him wide open on the sideline. That is caught in a lot of room to run. I believe that is Shaden Knapp. No, that is number 10. That's Julius O'Brien. First time we've seen the freshman in on some action. Made a nice play there. Nice play by Hull as well, twisting and turning, finding an open man downfield.
Good defense, just better offense there. Hull doing just enough to get out of this sticky situation in your own end zone and to get about 30 plus yards out of that. Obviously, you're happy to convert and you keep the football.
Fresh set of downs. Ottawa now 3 of 5 on 3rd downs. They'll run this up the middle with Sylvie. First contact by O'Connor in the backfield. He broke that, but then gets stacked up. O'Connor a little slow getting up. Been a physical football game, that's for sure.
Yes, it has. A couple of hard plays on the sidelines.
2nd and 9, spread formation, got a wing. Does Ottawa. Turn, fake it, run a little bootleg. He's got a man open, McCullough downfield, and he has got it to him. Cole McGrath, rather, and he is going to be in for another Cyclone touchdown.
A 57-yard touchdown pass from Hayden Hole to Cole McGrath.
57-yard pass, Hole to McGrath. That extends the Cyclone lead. You talked about it, Jackson. You got to be careful sending that pressure. Baldwin's been trying to get back into there and sack Hole, but looked like Harvey on the back end got beat that time.
Cyclones to attempt the point after. Sutton to hold, Honest to kick.
And this Ottawa team showed that they can be explosive in the first half. They've had a couple of misplays down the field. They did have one streaking open receiver down the field in the first half, and another long throw that was redacted because of a holding penalty, I believe. But this Ottawa offense did show potential to provide for itself, especially over the long throws. And the last about 15 minutes of game time or so will show you 3 long touchdowns, and just like that, Ottawa has pulled away 28-7.
Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon are who you want to get a hold of there. They encourage you to check out the Little Soldier Creek Farm. It's a beautiful 2,100 square foot property with stunning views in the coveted Silver Lake School District in Shawnee County. You can see more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. 28-7, Cyclones pulling away here. They'll squib kick this thing back to Baldwin. Ethan Williams going to take it off the bounce, look for some running room.
Nothing there.
Not much. Takes out about to the 27 is where Baldwin will take over their second possession of the second half. Went 3 and out the first drive.
First and 10 Bulldogs from their own 27.
6:30 to go, third quarter. Their own 27-yard line is where they'll start. Only 1 first down in their last 3 drives now, Baldwin, after starting out so strong. Alford's going to throw quick left side. That is
Johnny,
complete.
No, it's Ryder Nye.
Ryder Nye once again making some moves after the catch.
Go see that look out of this Baldwin offense. The bubble screens over to the far side and mixed results. See, maybe with it being a 3-possession game, maybe definitely actually see the ball in the air a lot more.
Yeah, going to have to try and make some big plays now. Ryder Nye, leading receiver after having 5 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown last week at Iola. Jackson Rood, as we mentioned, also had a big game, 4 catches, 82 yards. Here, Bryus going to keep it and gets a nice gain up the middle. He busts through there and has enough for a first down out close to the 45.
Down the 43-yard line. First down Bulldogs.
There's a first down. Just the second, like I mentioned, on the last 3 drives.
Goes without saying, Ryan, that this is definitely a do or die possession for Baldwin.
Yeah, big time. Want to stay in this game, you got to get some points here. Rood goes in motion and pre-snap flag.
False start on the offensive line.
Procedure penalty against the Bulldogs.
It's going to back Baldwin up 5 yards on the false start. Baldwin, for the most part, has avoided penalties. There's been a couple of offsetting 15-yard penalties after the fact that led to the captains coming together and the officials having a little talk. These two teams, as Jackson chronicled, are pretty bitter rivals over the years, not just football, but all the sports. Alford's going to try to find his tight end, Collum.
Alford's pass incomplete.
Off the mark. Collum took a big shot, slow to get up. Good to see Collum back to his feet. He's jogging off under his own power to the sideline.
Pretty big hit there.
Yeah, he did. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15 after the incomplete pass. I think, did Baldwin actually take a timeout there, Jackson?
I wonder if they're going to give him an injury timeout.
Injury timeout, yeah, I'm not sure.
They're bringing out the tunes in Ottawa, Kansas today.
Is this Camp Randall or is this Ottawa, Kansas?
Well, judging by the reaction we got from the crowd to this song, we are still in Ottawa, Kansas.
Speaking of Camp Randall, Wisconsin's got a big game tomorrow against Alabama. It's Frost, another run up the middle.
Frost gets the carry.
Brings up 3rd down and very long.
Catch that game at our CBS affiliate.
Yeah.
3rd down for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted on their own 42-yard line.
It's maybe not a sister station, but perhaps a cousin. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Get away with that.
One of those that you always meet. One of those guys at a family reunion.
So 3rd down and 12. Baldwin needs a big play. Trailing 28-7. Alford's going to look to throw, looking right side, not finding anybody. Now it's get flushed out and sacked. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but either way, bringing up a 4th down. Three straight 3rd downs that Baldwin has not converted. Now 2 of 6 for the game. See, looks like they're going to go for it on 4th. Nope. Send the punt unit out.
Hurry punt for the Bulldogs, Morning deep to return.
Ottawa looking to get this ball back. Be about 3:20 left in the 3rd when they get it back.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
If you're Baldwin, definitely want a quick stop, a turnover, any way to get the ball back. Obviously without points on the board, and you want to start off with good field position once you do get that ball back.
Timeouts this year brought to you by Rice Precision Manufacturing. If you're looking for a great job with a growing family-owned company right here in Baldwin City, then check out Rice Precision Manufacturing. Always looking to add the next great member to their team, including positions for skilled CNC machinist and CNC operators. Excellent pay, competitive benefits, and a climate-controlled work environment to go along with a friendly support staff dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Send an email to jobs@rice-precision.com to learn more. Just under 3:30 to play in the 3rd quarter. 4th down and long, so Baldwin will punt it away. Harvey's punt will bounce and take a Baldwin roll inside the Ottawa 20. The Ottawa 18 is where they will start their 2nd official offensive possession. 3rd time they've touched the ball. They took the opening kickoff of the 2nd half all the way to the house. And had a 5-play, 91-yard touchdown drive to extend it out to 28-7. Ottawa's scored 4 touchdowns, and they also have 4 first downs. Just don't see that very often. That means a lot of big plays. They'll hand it off to the freshman Julius O'Brien. Gets a couple there before being drugged down. Tucker Flory in the game at defensive back. Out there with Ryder Nye, Johnny O, and Max Harvey. Dylan Van Horn, the outside linebacker, out there replacing Michael Newman. A little bit of movement on that Baldwin line. They did well not to jump. This time they'll hand it off once again to O'Brien. A little better gain that time, 3rd and manageable.
You know, important thing to touch on about this Baldwin team as a whole, like you mentioned earlier, 52 kids come out. It's the most that they've had come out in quite a long time, I'm pretty sure. And you look at what this depth on this team is made out of, and it's a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. There's not a lot of seniors or juniors on this team. So, yeah, the future here is bright.
Yeah, big time. I think
showing flashes for sure.
Can't find it. I did the count last week. I might have took it off my notes, but I think it was something like 14 and 10 in terms of seniors and juniors. So comes out to a little bit under 50% upperclassmen. That's kind of what you're looking for. But you're right, a lot of talented freshmen and sophomore. And whenever you're starting quarterback and you're starting running back or sophomores, the future looks pretty bright, as well as some of your big playmakers, Jackson Rude, Ethan Williams, only a junior, Brendan O'Connor, a junior, as well as Colton Collum. Ryder Nye, kind of the lone senior leader out there in terms of the skill position players this year. So it's I believe, Julius O'Brien, the freshman running back. No, that's Dante Sylvie. I'm sorry, that's 11. So he is the Ottawa Cyclone injured. He's now hobbling off of the field. The senior running back.
Game too.
Yeah, he has. Had a couple of rushing touchdowns last week. Second team all-league running back last year. He's getting helped to the bench down here. Hopefully he'll be all right.
3rd down and 3 for the Cyclones.
So here we go, 3rd down and 3. We'll see if the Bulldogs can stop him, get off the field, get the ball back.
One of those gotta have it moments.
3 of 5 on 3rd down so far as Ottawa. This will be their 6th attempt. Got a wing right side. Sims coming in that jet motion. They'll fake it to him. Hull stiff arms a man trying to get the corner and gets hit hard out of bounds by Tucker Flory. Not sure he got there. He's going to be about a yard short.
Don't think they're going to give it to him.
This will be a decision now for Ottawa. You're in at your own 27, 28. You don't want to give the ball back, so they're going to punt it. That's a big-time 3rd down stop for the Bulldogs.
Aiden Hull again disappointed. Very aggressive, but you like the mindset out of your starting quarterback like that. He's confident in himself. He's confident in the ability of this offense to get the job done. But definitely the smart choice if you're Ottawa to punt the ball in your own territory, and
especially with a 28-7 lead, right?
Going into the 4th, yeah. You don't want to risk anything.
Yeah, that's a good call. Is a couple of Bulldogs back, Flory and Harvey, and it's blown dead. Let's check on that, and a false start on a punt. You don't see that every day.
On 2.
Procedure penalty against the Cyclones.
So that'll back him up a little bit, as Hepner perhaps just wanted a couple more yards for that big leg.
He's shown off a big leg today.
He has, though. Yeah, he's had some.
I don't see that very often, especially in high school football.
So Baldwin does force the 3 and out. Another pretty decent punt. That's Ryder Nye back. He'll take it off of a bounce, looking for some blocks. He gets one. He might have the edge out there, and this could be a foot race. He's to the 30, 25, and pushed out of bounds. And a great punt return there. There is a flag. Seems there's always a flag. Whenever Baldwin's breaking a big play,
it's not it seemed last week, rather, not yesterday. So
not a knock on the officials or anything. It just is Baldwin coming up a little unlucky sometimes.
Well, legal block in the back.
Against the Bulldogs.
That'll back him up after what was a great return that was going to start him at the Ottawa 25-yard line. Instead, they're going to be much closer out to midfield. Still in plus territory, though.
Should be.
1:47 to play, third quarter.
Oh, it is a 10-yard penalty.
Still marching.
Just outside of plus territory, but
Bulldogs 46-yard line.
Not by much.
Third drive of the second half. A couple of punts so far. Alford will take the snap and look for a quick slant right side, a dangerous pass, as that was intended for Ryder Nye, but broken up by Mitchell Long. Baldwin taking a lot of time to get the play in. Once again from that pistol formation, that time Flory was the running back. And a low snap recovered by Alford.
At the 39-yard line.
Baldwin going backwards.
Two very different stories. Two very different football teams, I'd say, coming out of half. You would think maybe Baldwin would be the team fired up and Ottawa would come out slow, but that has just not been the case.
Yeah, Ottawa kind of took the momentum of this game into the halftime break at that last touchdown drive as Max Harvey catches a short little screen pass is what they tried to set up, but nothing doing.
Thompson on the stop for the Cyclones brings up fourth down.
Punt team comes on again for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's going to be the third straight punt forced here in the second half by Ottawa. You got to give them a lot of credit. They've made some adjustments defensively, and looks night and day difference between that opening drive of the game for Ottawa or Baldwin when they marched it 14 plays down the field. It looked like they just were gashing them on the ground, but Ottawa has shored up those gaps. Apparently Baldwin's just going to let the third quarter run down.
Yep.
After 3 quarters of play, the Cyclones lead it here 28-7. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Back here in Ottawa, start of the fourth quarter. Baldwin punting this football away. Takes a couple of nice Baldwin bounces, and this is going to be inside the 15-yard line for the Cyclones.
Tucker Flory's always the first guy to the ball on the punts to down the 5. I like the hustle.
Yeah, Flory, one of those nice young players we were talking about earlier.
Sophomore,
yeah, Baldwin has a lot of young guys that are out and with already a lot of varsity experience, and he's one of those that played his entire freshman year, started on defense at defensive back.
And he's kind of like how I was saying earlier, Jackson Root, a little bit of a smaller frame, but he's filled out that frame, and he's still a crazy athlete, really fast, will run through a wall if you tell him to. He's just a really good kid.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for Ottawa, starting at their own 13-yard line. Hull finds his man, Sims, a ton of green grass. Out past the 40-yard line, and another big play for Ottawa, a first down.
And there is a Bulldog on the ground.
Can't quite make out, I think. Man, I want to say that was either 44 or 54. Now 54 is up there walking off the field.
It might be 4 to 44.
So that's Blake Hanna, senior, one of the captains today. It was Blake Hanna, Jace Hout, and Hank Beard were the 3 captains out at the coin toss. I'll have to check that for sure for you.
No, it's
not even close, man.
Not even close. 89.
When he rolled over,
I
thought I saw.
I thought I saw 4.
Yeah,
somewhere.
man. He is slowly going to walk off the field next to athletic director Gary Stavanis. McCollum makes his way off the field towards the sideline. After that big first down play that netted him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 for the Cyclones, ball on their own 42-yard line.
We did really get that wrong.
Man, that was, Blake Hanna is 5'7". Golden Column.
When someone's on the ground, it's hard to realize.
Yeah, that's tough. That's my bad. I'll hand up. Apologies to Blake Hanna
and his family.
It made sense, too.
You said, 54 coming off the field must be 44. Yeah, that checks out.
Hull going to throw quickly back to Sims' left side. He breaks a tackle, cuts it up inside, almost broke one all the way. Max Harvey able to bring him down. Touchdown saving tackle. Ottawa still throwing the ball, though. Timeout, and Coach Lisher is out to talk to the officials. He's not happy. He is barking.
Yeah, there was, I don't know if the feed guy, but there was a blindside block or something.
I think, did Ottawa take a timeout? Is that? Maybe Baldwin took a timeout so Coach Lisher could just light up the officials for a few minutes here.
Yeah, I thought I saw something catch the corner of my eye, and the crowd reaction, if you heard it, a big oohs and ahs. I think there was a blindside block or something very similar to that. I don't think Coach Lisher, was very happy about a no call there.
Just a reminder, you can find our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Maple Weekly. This is your local weekly newspaper with all the local sports, community news, events, features, stories, history, and more. Subscribe for only $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Subscribe now to your local weekly newspaper at baldwinmaple.com. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after another big play by Hull to Sims. Hayden Hull, the junior quarterback.
He's had a very good game.
Completes another one. Flag goes flying, a couple of them.
Pass is complete for the Cyclones. Penalty flag on the play.
Frost there on the tackle. Let's see if this will back Ottawa up. It will, a hold.
And junior Aiden Hull, like you mentioned, he's had a very good game. And earlier in the game, he was very emotional. You saw him a couple times on the sideline take his helmet off and slam on the ground. But you can tell the way that
he cares, man.
Yeah, he cares. The way that he would come to the sideline, and plenty of teammates would gather around. The people care about him, and you could tell he cares about the people. He's a great leader, and you could tell Coach Alexander has a lot of trust in him.
Still throwing the football as Hull's going to roll out right side. He's going to be knocked around and now climbed on top of and suplexed to the ground. I believe that was Michael Newman in there getting a sack. It was. 6'1", 175-pound senior Michael Newman.
Hull a little slow to get up, but he gets up, and it looks like he's going to head back to the huddle, holding the left side rib cage area.
It's kind of interesting. They're still staying very aggressive here. Obviously, you don't want anybody to get injured, especially if you're Ottawa. You got a 28-7 lead here. Yeah, you're right. Hull's kind of holding his left side.
He's kind of as he limps back to the huddle. Looks like Coach Alexander's going to leave him in there. But you wonder if maybe now one little scare kind of tighten up the play calling towards the end of the game and just try to run out that clock.
Second down and a mile. Sims goes in motion. Hull's going to drop back and throw one deep down the field towards McCullough. There's a flag down, and this might be a holding or an interference on Johnny O.
I thought I saw this call could go both ways.
Yeah, you're right. It could go either way.
A lot of hands there.
Most of the time they seem to get the defender most of the time, I feel like, but we'll see.
And they're going to get Johnny O by the looks of it.
Pass interference will be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. What was a 2nd and 25. Seventh first down of the game. That one, Baldwin helped him out a little bit.
Coach Alexander immediately shutting my mouth and taking a deep shot.
Yeah, they're staying aggressive.
And I respect it. Honestly, I respect it.
Mentioned earlier in the open, these two head coaches have some history together. They both briefly spent some time as assistants at Chrisman High School in Independence, Missouri, before they took these jobs. There's another shot downfield. Hull overshoots his intended target, Cole McGrath.
That was second down. So they didn't give him the first down on the penalty. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. 15-yard penalty and it was 2nd and 25. So
yeah, I guess it's not an automatic first down.
It wasn't a holding or anything down the field.
Sims will go in motion again. They'll fake it. Now Hull's coming around on a reverse. He'll throw it down to McCullough, and he will be out of bounds. Not quite a touchdown, out of bounds at the 1-yard line, but another trick play. Ottawa still staying aggressive. Running trick plays up 21.
Looked pretty close on the goal line there. Doesn't look like they gave it to him.
Thought he might have just got his foot in there, but yeah, they'll get him out at the 1-yard line. Another first down will set up 1st and goal.
Try to get the job done here.
See if they get Sylvia a touchdown. He's back in the game behind Hull. Had a couple of rushing touchdowns last week. They will hand it to him. They'll try to bust it in there up the middle, and he does. Touchdown Ottawa. Makes it 34-7. Seven-play touchdown drive with 87 yards. 2.5 minutes off the clock.
Cyclones to attempt the point after, Sutton to hold. Honest to kick.
Extra point up and good, makes it 35-7. Ottawa leading the Bulldogs. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Welcome back as the kickoff bounces into the end zone once again. 35-7, 9:21 to play here. Baldwin took a 7-0 lead after driving the ball down on a 14-play touchdown drive to open this game, but it's been all Ottawa since then. Pretty tight first half, though, till just before halftime. Ottawa took the lead. Baldwin led 7-6 most of that first half, but went into the break at 14-7, and Ottawa has extended it out here in the second half as Baldwin has been forced to punt it 3 straight times. They'll take it for the 4th time here from their own 20. Turn and hand it to Creighton Frost. Barrels forward for another about 5 yards. Frost has been the horse here tonight. Alford hasn't played that bad, but when they've tried to drop back or roll him out and pass, he's had so much pressure in his face. It's just hard to find anybody downfield, and also great coverage downfield by Ottawa.
Got a different running back in there.
It's like Tucker Flory. Alford's going to get stacked up and slammed down. That was 22, Chase Myers, the junior linebacker, made the big hit on Alford. Bryce about as tough as they come, though, the sophomore quarterback. Took some licks in those 3 games he started last year and got right back up every time.
This Ottawa front 7 has really stepped it up in the second half, has caused a lot of pressures on Alford. It hasn't allowed Creighton Frost to get back into the zone in the second half.
Low snap, Alford picks it up off the turf, and he gets what he can, a couple of yards out right side, brings up a 4th down. 2 of 7 on 3rd downs, and they'll send the punt unit out.
4th down, Bulldogs to punt. Harvey with the others. Morning and 6 to return for the Cyclones.
Harvey punts this thing away, and that was a nice
boot.
punt. Angled towards the sideline, goes out of bounds, and
a couple of good punts by both punters today.
Yeah. Man, I didn't think I was going to say, better start walking back, sir. I didn't go that far. 35-7 our score here. Glad you've joined us tonight. Week 2 of the high school football season. Looks like Ottawa's in control here tonight. Seeing some backups, some other guys, younger guys get filtered in here. We'll try to stay on top of that for you. Baldwin 4 straight punts on their 4 offensive drives here in the second half.
Good move.
Mr. Sir, I'm so sorry to bother you. Do you have power?
Post pass is completed to number 10, O'Brien.
Interesting.
This generation, man.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Dude just asked if he could plug his phone into my power strip.
I don't think we have any space either way.
Number 1 and number 2, just no.
This is my power.
Oh, man. Only in Ottawa. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Sylvie takes another run out left side. He has a first down. Out of bounds into Baldwin territory.
Sylvie, the ball carrier.
This one kind of hitting a lull now. Oh, boy. Starting to cramp up. Gotta stand up.
I'll tell you what. The breeze has stayed pretty consistent.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
It's been a nice consistent.
It was a little hot when first got here this afternoon, but it's cooled off.
The sun was pouring.
Another play action. They're still throwing the ball. There's O'Brien. The freshman has a lot of room and gets it down close to the red zone. So much for running the clock out.
Oh, they're running.
Gain of 22 on the play, and a Cyclone first down.
Man, got to stretch that hammy out. Stay hydrated, folks.
I spilled my, actually, somebody saw it. I was walking in. I got a Sonic slushie.
Yeah?
Walking in, spilled it.
Oh, there you
Dropped
go.
it everywhere. And there was one single person who bear witness to the whole thing.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. More Bulldog football coming up after this.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. The Bulldogs.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Came back from break a little bit late that time and missed Hole, throwing it into the end zone to a wide open Cole McGrath for another Ottawa touchdown. What was a very tightly contested, close game. Baldwin led most of the first half, 7-6. Ottawa took the 14-7 lead right before halftime, but now it's starting to really stretch out.
Cyclones to attempt the point after, Sutton to hold, Honest to kick.
Extra point, up and good, 42-7. Cyclones lead it. We'll be back with more Bulldog football after this.
Oh, shit.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
It's getting a little late coming back on the kickoff. They're getting a little antsy on those. Not much going on as I believe that was Tucker Flory fielded it, took it out of bounds. Baldwin will start their own 20-yard line.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs, ball on their own 19-yard line.
4 punts from the Bulldogs the second half offensively. Not much going on as they've only got 1 first down in their 4 drives. A couple of 3-and-outs in a row. Another run here for Creighton Frost up the middle. Will be swung down.
Take it out for no gain on the play with the Cyclones. Brings up second down and 10.
Tobias Thompson once again on the stop. Don't forget, still have our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game coming up following this. We'll also recap what we saw tonight and get you set for next week. First home game of the year is Baldwin hosts Burlington. There's Frost breaking up a nice run of about 8 yards, close to a first down. Be 3rd and 2.
Take it down near the 28-yard line. There's a third down in the yard.
Frost in the backfield. Miles Massey, bottom of your screen.
I was going to say, I was looking at a couple other guys filtering in here. That's Massey.
Frost carries the ball, penalty flag on the
flag comes
fumble
flying in.
Snap, but Creighton did a really good job to manage a first down out of that.
He really did. That was a broken play from the start. Let's see what the flag is. Holding on to defense. See that on a run play usually. That's a D lineman. Maybe an O lineman trying to get out and pull or something, and he's not letting him.
And they're going to give him a first down.
First down anyway on that run, but they'll get it on the penalty and convert on a 3rd down. 3 of 9 tonight is Baldwin on 3rd downs.
Second first down of the second half. Let's see if...
Had 9 first downs in the first half. They were really moving the ball up and down the field, but not the same story here in half number 2.
3.5 minutes left. See if Baldwin can send them home with something to talk about. Maybe not.
This game's gotten real choppy here late.
Neutral zone infraction.
All right.
Another 5 yards for Baldwin.
Chipping away. First down and 5 after the penalty. It's again Massey, the receiver, down here, and also 18, Braden Hirschman, a 5'10 junior, was in the slot. But first, a timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them here. You're watching Bulldog football. We'll be back with the last 3 minutes of this game after this.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
A deep shot from Alford that time, looking down the right sideline. I didn't see who the intended target was over there. Is it Hirschman?
I think so. 18 there? 30.
18's down
Devin?
here. Devin Waddell. And another holding call on Ottawa.
Beautiful.
Getting a couple handful of jerseys.
He's 30, right? I think so. Good for him. A lot of basketball guys.
Yeah,
that was for football this year.
Another thing is about those 52 guys out. A lot of those was just guys that hadn't played in years past. They're good athletes. It's really helping out the Bulldogs. Alford rolling to his left. He's looking for his tight end over the middle. That's Drew Flick.
Don't tell him I told you this, but he's an all right golfer.
Really?
Drew Flick, yeah.
Okay.
All right golfer. He was on the golf team a couple of years ago.
It's good to know.
He can kill it.
Yeah.
A big boy. He can kill the ball.
Really drive that thing, huh?
Huh?
Really drive that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You don't know where it's going, but it's going far.
That's kind of like me if I play golf. Maybe not the far part, but I don't know where it's going. That's kind of the point. Alford going to run a speed option right. Pitch it to Frost, spins back. It's a pretty nice game there. Frost has had himself a nice game. I'd like to see how many yards he's going to end up with here.
If I had to guess, I'd guess triple digits.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be getting close, if not already there. Under a minute to play. 42-7 our score. Once again, apologize. The scoreboard camera, we're up on the stands here, so whenever somebody goes up and down, it just starts a bouncing.
Sounds like it's about to get bouncing again.
Yeah. The Ottawa faithful are up to their feet.
Full force.
There's Tucker Flory busting through the hole, and it looks like he's going to have a Baldwin first down.
Bulldog carrying for 5 yards, near first down.
Is that Flory?
Yeah, I think I saw a 25. It's hard to see.
The
setup's a little far here.
This angle, but either way, Baldwin came out of the gates pretty hot, had a great opening drive, touchdown drive, but Ottawa was able to turn it around right before the half and really extended things out here in the second half. 42-7 our final score. Take a break, and on the other side, bring you our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game, and then wrap this thing up from Ottawa. Glad you could join us. Bring our Player of the Game on the other side.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family. Trindle Lumber Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Welcome back to Ottawa, Kansas, as this one has gone final. The Cyclones end up winning this thing 42-7. Time now to present our player of the game, brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. And it was a little back and forth up here, but I think we're going to go with Creighton Frost here tonight, the fantastic sophomore running back. We don't have the live stats for you this year, but as we alluded to in that last segment there, we almost certain Creighton's got up close to triple digits, and a great game on the ground, especially starting out, Jackson, on that first opening drive. I mean, Baldwin was gashing the Cyclones just down the field. They went 80 yards, took 8 minutes off the clock, and scored their touchdown on their opening drive. But what were some of your thoughts on both Creighton Frost and the game? I guess we should also mention the offensive line played absolutely fantastic as well.
Yeah, like you mentioned, we were back and forth, and it was between Creighton Frost and our offensive line. But Creighton Frost had a really good game, not only in the running game, but it's kind of what makes high school football so beautiful is he played great on both sides of the ball, able to clog up the middle from that linebacker position on the defensive end, and able to get this offense going on in the first half, especially as you mentioned in that first drive. He looked quick to the holes. He was hard to break down, and that's honestly, that's what you're going to get out of Creighton Frost. You know exactly what you're going to get game in, game out. You're going to get a hard nose between the tackles runner who's going to get, like you mentioned a few times, 3 or 4 yards after contact, and that is why we picked him as
That's
the
right.
player of the game.
Our Farm Bureau Financial Services player of the game. I should also mention we don't have our play of the game anymore this year, but if we did, I would give it to Ryder Nye.
I would also give it to Ryder Nye.
That big time. That was a 3rd and 20 something, I think. That was back in the first quarter.
Probably should have been a touchdown.
Man, yeah, he got drugged down just shy.
Yeah.
And Baldwin,
Jackson Root had a one-handed catch today.
That's right.
Well.
He had a couple of great plays by some Bulldogs out there tonight. So unfortunately, this one ends 42-7. Ottawa wins it. The player of the game is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, insurance and investments, wealth management, and financial planning. Farm Bureau Financial Services is there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. Call today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. Take a break, come back on the other side, and wrap this thing up from Ottawa and get you set for next week at home, the home opener against Burlington as they come to town to take on the Bulldogs. Glad you could join us here. Take a break and recap this game on the other side.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. The Bulldogs.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at chad@haydenoutdoors.com.
All right, welcome back here to Ottawa, wrapping this thing up. Let's give you a little recap of the game and a drive summary. Baldwin got the opening kickoff of the game, and like we've mentioned before, went 80 yards and 14-play touchdown drive. Took 8 minutes off the clock, and they looked absolutely fantastic on that opening drive. 6 first downs on that drive, but things kind of went downhill offensively after that. The next drive, they did pick up 2 first downs, but were forced to punt. And then their third drive ended in an interception when Bryce Alford was going towards the end zone for a man, and it got picked off inside the Ottawa 5-yard line. Baldwin turned it over on downs on their final possession of the first half, and then had 4 straight punts in the second half. And then that last possession where the time ran out on the Bulldogs. So a disappointing second half for sure. Only 2 first downs in those 5 second-half drives, as opposed to 9 first downs on 4 drives in the first half. And a game that started off so promising for the Bulldogs. It's going to be disappointing to lose this one 42-7. In terms of Ottawa's drive summary, they scored a touchdown on a short field on a 25-yard touchdown drive, their first drive of the game after a huge kick return out to the Baldwin 25, and then couple of punts in a row before scoring on a 32nd 3-play touchdown drive. Went 63 yards, and a big play to Nate Sims, the big playmaker, right before the end of the first half, gave Ottawa the 14-7 lead. And then coming right out of the halftime break, Sims promptly took one to the house on the kickoff return, 95 yards, and started to open this thing up a little bit. And then Ottawa scored a touchdown, went 91 yards on their next drive. Ottawa had to punt it away on a 3-and-out. Good job by Baldwin there. And then a couple more touchdown drives to end this thing out, a 2-yard Sylvie run, and then that pass to McGrath in the end zone to make it 42-7. So glad you could join us here from Ottawa. One more time, I'll pop up that upcoming broadcast schedule, as next week Baldwin will be in the friendly confines back at home as Burlington comes to town. 6:30 the pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff, and then on the 27th, Wellsville will come to Baldwin to take on the Bulldogs. So for Jackson Blakely, I am Ryan Hilmer signing off here from Ottawa tonight. Final score 42-7. Baldwin drops to 0-2 on the year, and Ottawa improves to 2-0. Hope everybody has a fantastic evening and a great rest of your night. We'll see you next Friday night at home as the Bulldogs welcome Burlington to town. Thanks. Good night, everyone.
To the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat. Don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.